No one paid attention to the woman with short brown hair sitting quietly in seat 23C, noise-canceling headphones resting around her neck, on the New York to London flight. When lightning struck the wing, every radio system went haywire. An F-22 pilot monitoring emergency frequencies suddenly heard a signal cut through the static. Raven 1 to any active unit, divert course immediately. He froze. That call sign existed only in classified operation archives from 10 years ago. The entire F-22 formation hesitated. No one dared speak. On the plane, the woman removed her headphones and whispered, "Good. They can still hear me." Dr. Eleanor Raven Miles was 38 years old. Short hair, gray-blue eyes, simply dressed, professional headphones around her neck. She had once been the U.S. Air Force's leading emergency frequency specialist, call sign Raven 1, the architect of the HF backup communication system used by F-22 Raptors when primary systems failed. That was before the Black Comet incident in 2015. Two F-22s collided during a training exercise. 17 seconds of communication failure. 2 pilots dead. An investigation that needed someone to blame. Eleanor became that person. The official report claimed her frequency protocol caused interference, that her system design contributed to the collision, that her insistence on human-monitored backup channels introduced fatal delays. The media called her the audio genius who betrayed the sky. She was quietly forced out, not court-martialed, just encouraged to resign and disappear so the Air Force could move on without embarrassment. For 10 years she lived anonymously in Boston, working as a civilian audio engineer designing sound systems for concert halls and studios. Honest work, but nothing like what she'd been trained for. Now she was flying to London for the funeral of Brigadier General Marcus Hale, the only superior officer who had believed in her innocence and fought to keep the investigation open. As the aircraft entered unexpectedly severe weather over the North Atlantic, Eleanor sensed something was wrong. Atmospheric conditions were forming a rare radio dead zone. When the first lightning strike hit, all communications failed. She activated a small HF receiver she'd built herself, technically illegal for a civilian, and realized the aircraft was completely blind. "This isn't jamming," she murmured. "It's frequency lock." She reactivated her old military authentication code. The system accepted it. For the first time in 10 years, she spoke with the voice she thought she'd lost forever. Raven 1 to any active unit. Civilian aircraft in distress. 40,000 feet above the Atlantic, Lieutenant Mark Porter heard her voice and knew the legend was real. The F-22s diverted course and became the aircraft's voice to ground control. For 20 minutes, Eleanor calmly relayed navigation, fuel status, and course corrections, steady, precise, unshaken. When normal radios finally came back online, the captain reported, "Ground control, we're back online, and we owe our lives to a passenger." The plane made a perfect emergency landing in Shannon, Ireland. Waiting at the gate were military and intelligence officers. Eleanor showed her old ID. "I used emergency protocols to save a civilian aircraft." Outside, 6 F-22s flew over the airport in formation, wings tilted in salute, an acknowledgement 10 years late. Later, Porter handed her proof General Hale had uncovered before his death. A senior officer had overridden Eleanor's system without authorization and caused the Black Comet collision. She had been innocent all along. A formal inquiry followed. The truth became public. Eleanor was offered reinstatement, rank restored, and an apology. She declined. "I didn't need the uniform," she said. "I needed the truth." Today, military communication schools teach the Raven Protocol. Listen before commanding. Because true strength doesn't come from authority. It comes from listening when everyone else has stopped.